So we have a parent and 3 children, and the styling is pretty basic as you can see over here. And I've also given that the parent should have display flags, justify content space evenly, and align items equal to center. So this is how the page looks. Okay. Now notice that if I reduce the size of the page so that the children can just accommodate till there, the children are neither growing nor shrinking. Okay, if I increase the size of the page beyond it, then the page grows, but the children do not grow. Okay, they stay the same size. Okay, see, they stay the same size. But if I reduce the size of the page beyond the level up to which the children can accommodate, then the children do shrink. So this is a weird behavior. The children do not grow, but the children shrink. Okay. So what I mean over here is that every child element has flex grow rate as 0 by default, and every child element has a flex shrink rate as 1 by default. Okay. So let me prove it to you. I'm saving this change, and still the page will behave exactly the same way. Let me reload it. This is the original width. If I grow beyond it, then children do not grow, and if I shrink them below this width, then the children will shrink. So by default, children shrink, but children do not grow. Okay. Also notice that flex grow and flex shrink are not given to the parent, they're always given to the children, because children react in a particular way to the growth or shrinkage of the parent depending upon what are the values of flex grow and flex shrink. Okay, so flex grow and flex shrink are the properties of children and not of the parent. Now let us say that flex grow is given some value, let us say 1. Okay, so all of them will grow at the same rate. Now if I reload the page, now when I go to this length, now neither growth is there nor shrinkage is there. Now if I go beyond this, then all of them grow and all of them grow equally. Okay, none of them is growing greater than the other. Okay, they are all growing at the equal rate. Now if I give relative growth rates, like let us say I give this 1, I give this 2, and I give this 3, and I give relative shrink rates also, like this has shrink rate 1, 2, and 3, then let us see what happens. I reload the page. See, when the page is expanded, 3 has also grown, 1 has also grown, and 2 has also grown. But 1 has grown very marginally. You can barely make out that 1 has grown. 2 has grown significantly, and 3 has grown extremely. Okay. So the rate of growth, or see, this much was the width of 1 anyways. So it has grown only this much. 2 has grown twice as much, and 3 has grown thrice as much. Okay, so this is what these relative flex grow values mean. Now let us see what is flex shrink values 1, 2, and 3. So when I go back to the normal width of the page, okay, now if I shrink beyond it, then the children also shrink. But if you notice, 3 is shrinking at a much higher rate as compared to 1 and 2. If 1 has shrunk from here to here, 2 has shrunk from here to here, that means twice as much, and 3 has shrunk from here to here, so thrice as much. Okay, so now 3 is shrinking more, and also when space is available, then it grows more. So 3 is more dynamic, and 1 is the least dynamic. So this is what these relative values of flex grow and flex shrink mean. Now to explain you flex basis, let me first get rid of all these flex grow and flex shrink. I'm commenting them out, and I'm highlighting this thing to you once again, that the children are having the width of 300 pixel by default. Okay, and even the height is the same, 300 pixel. So the page now should look something like this. Okay, so let me bring the page back to its original size. This is the original size of the page, wherein all the children just fit. Okay, now if I add flex basis equal to 200 pixel only to second, okay, then see what happens. The second one is not of 300 pixel like everybody else. Second one has an initial width of only 200 pixel. Okay, so here the flex basis is 200 pixel. Now you will think that why is this 200 pixel assigned only to the width and not to the length of it? The reason is quite simple. The flex direction is towards the row. Okay, it is positive row direction is the flex direction, and that is why this flex basis was apply to the width and not to the height. Okay, now if I reduce the page up to this limit, then there is no problem. If I shrink it beyond it, then this also shrinks and everybody else also shrinks by a factor of 1, because default value of flex shrink is 1. And if it grows beyond its normal size, this is the normal size, if it grows beyond it, then as usual these three do not grow, because I have given growth equal to 0, because default value of flex growth is 0. Now let us say that we have some values for flex grow and flex shrink. Let us say like this. I uncomment this, and now 1 grows by a factor of 1, 2 grows by a factor of 2, and 3 grows by a factor of 3. And likewise, the shrinkage is also 1, 2, and 3. So in that case, in this normal position, what will happen? This is the normal position now. Now let me reload the page. I have reloaded the page. At the normal position, once again, due to flex basis, this one is only 200 pixel and these are 300 pixel, because we have given their width as 300 pixel over here. Okay, now let us see what happens when I grow it. So everybody grows, 1 also grows, 2 also grows, and 3 also grows. But the growth of 1 is, let us say, 1x, then 2 grows twice as much and 3 grows thrice as much. Okay, but the initial length of 2 is only this much, and that is why even after growing twice as that of 1, you will see that the total width of 2 might be a little smaller than 1. It is because it started with a lesser initial width. Okay, so this is what you can do using flex basis. Now you might think that it is very mouthsome to call all these three things flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basis. So there's an easier way to do that. Instead of writing all these things, what you can write is flex equal to 2, which is the growth rate, 2, which is the shrink rate, and 200, which is the flex basis. So let us see that in action. Let me reload the page. See, it has started with this particular rate at 200 pixel. If you grow, then it grows with respect to that 200 pixel, and it shrinks with respect to that 200 pixel. So this was a brief summary of flex grow, flex shrink, flex basis, and flex.